What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the HOI4 Country Roulette game. This could be the first episode of this series, adopting the new sort of style, so the edited style. Something just happened to Leon Trotsky. I completely missed it, but I'm just going to keep the start like a regular start because we're about to change countries in 6 days. Just going to see what's going on. And then, yeah, from that point on, it will be highlights only. Oh my goodness. Former Czechoslovak president dies. That sad day. What is this? Due to the enfeeblement of... Oh my goodness. Mobilization. What the heck is going on? Fifth column established. Declare martial law. I have no idea what happened. I'm glad I'm getting out of leading this country in a few minutes. Due to the enfeeblement of the Czechoslovak government, central government... Czechoslovak government, central government... That doesn't make any sense. The region of Subcarpathian Rus... A Ukrainian subgroup is declared autonomous. It was already. It's their right anyway. We finally recovered some levels of autonomy. Play Subcarpathian Rus. Let them go. Let them embrace their destiny. Let them go. It's their right anyway. Okay, whatever. Those weren't really options. These guys are back again. They're pretty communist this time. And have already joined the Comintern. So it doesn't really make a difference anyway. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, we're a puppet, so they couldn't have actually done anything anyway. And they're now a puppet of me. So they're a puppet of a puppet. If you've ever felt irrelevant... No, that's not the word. Maybe. If you've ever felt unimportant in your life, just remember you could be Subcarpathian Rus right now. That's how to look at it. Oh, 2 new divisions. So there's quite a few in here that are not assigned. Not really sure what's going on there. And they don't seem to want to join this army. So, whatever. I will leave that be. For the AI, there we go. It's time to change. Is it going to do it by itself? Oh, Mexico. There we go. That's interesting. And now we'll probably just go into sort of the more highlighty style, because there's not too much going on right now at all. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Okay, so Communist China, I got rid of the window, but they white-pieced Republic of China, which didn't seem like, okay, it seemed a bit dumb. Mao would have eventually lost. But, it didn't seem like the end of the world. But they didn't peace out with everyone else. Which means Mao now has a chance to take over everyone else he is at war with. Because he is pretty strong still. Alright, if he could take all of this, and then... Okay, probably won't get over here, but he could definitely do kind of well here. That'd be weird. And also, there's no powers in this war, so I don't really know how a peace deal works when it's like that. I've never been in that situation. Also, I have a ton of divisions to get home, and I had to use boats. This is not good. That is a lot of our divisions. Wait, what? 10 of them? Okay, I'm just going to ignore. There's one left behind in Japan. It could stay there. These guys just don't want to learn their lesson. This time, Japan declared the war on the United States. I don't know why. This might just be broken or something at this point, but luckily I have a division in Japan, of all places. I've not actually been called in yet, but I mean, the US has troops here. In fact, they have more troops here than Japan has troops here. I don't know why Japan's troops are in Korea either. That just... Ignore that. Okay, we now have a Hispaniolan civil war, a little close to home. And the game is like dying right now. I think my PC might be trying to do something in the background because I don't know why it's dying. There is a lot going on though. Okay, so I've paused the game so I can actually show you what's going on. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is why the game is slow. This is really bad because obviously this is World War III right here. We've got the Allies at war. Hispaniola went into a civil war, or I think there was 2 Hispaniolas. It was a very dumb peace deal that almost set up a guaranteed World War III, kind of. What has happened is, Hispaniola, that I assume is democratic, I don't know which one it is, they both had the same flag, just to confuse things, joined the Allies after that. Actually, this one isn't even at war. There is another Hispaniola that isn't in Hispaniola. That just adds to the confusion. Either way, these communist Hispaniolans, that's not even them. These are both democratic. So somewhere... Oh no, Union Guatemala. Like, I don't know why Guatemala attacked Hispaniola or the other way around. It's all very weird. But we do now have a World War III. So we have this Chinese war still going on. Japan-Britain is a weird one. Japan should be about to lose, which will at least get rid of that again. So it's Mongolia, Union Guatemala, who have no divisions, Tanatuva, and the Soviet Union at the moment against France, South Africa, Hispaniola, Canada, the Netherlands, Australia, the New Congo, Turkey, Colombia, Chile, Denmark, Belgium, both Belgiums, New Zealand, Greece. The UK are yet to join. Italy, Iberian Federation, they would be quite a strong one to have, not so much Italy. The US, myself. Okay, but the game is really slow, so I'm not sure how much of this can actually happen. It's like freezing every time there's a pop-up, so this could be bad. And Albania left the Allies to flip teams. That is another good sign. Poor old Allies. And they're already invading Turkey. And the state of Japan joined the Comintern, so that should all merge into one war now. Importantly, the game runs quicker at speed 3 than it does at speed 5. Don't know where the logic is in that. Okay, no, never mind, I spoke too soon, it's slowing down again. But this might break my PC, guys. I'm not sure how much of this we will do. Okay, so the Allies' manpower doubled from one window to the next. Maybe it was because not everyone had joined, but now a lot of people have joined. They have a fielded manpower of 8.78 million. The Soviet Union, and not all of their European friends at the moment, they haven't all joined, have 1.8 to 2.5. Now that is two separate wars. It's now the British-Soviet War. Not sure what the difference is between that and the British-Croatian War. They are slowly all merging together. I don't see the Soviets winning this. I thought they might have a chance. I mean, if all of Europe was to join in, they would have a... But look at that. I mean, they're not even... Where do they have fronts? They have little fronts out here in Asia. That doesn't really matter. Turkey and Romania are their initial big areas. And they haven't called in any of their assistance here from Poland, Czechoslovakia, or anyone. It's going to be tough for them. Albania is going after Greece. Oh, that's a big one. East Germany just joined the Comintern. That's going to make things interesting. Okay, now everyone's starting to join in. Either way, I'm going to join. I can just right-click all of these now. I've accepted a couple of them. But yeah, East Germany, that messes things up. There are so many notifications right now. The game, it's not helping me out here. Just going to have to zoom out and hit play and hope for the best, I think. But yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more messy. Okay, now all the people are in. Yeah, it seems like everyone's just about in now. They should merge eventually once sort of the similar people are on each side. Into one nice war window for us. Okay, so it seems Romania... I don't know what the borders looked like before. Looks like they might be doing okay. Problem is they've now had to move loads of troops over here because they're at war with all these guys, a lot of these guys now. Czechoslovakia has made a bit of progress into West German land. You can see they've gifted it to Stalin here, but at the same time West Germany seems to be making progress. France is doing a lot of work here in the UK. It's going to be a lot of an easier war for people like the UK because they can just put their units into France and stuff. They don't have to like make naval invasions anymore. This might actually be a lot easier for the Allies than last time when they had to drive out the Axis. Of course, we've got a very strong Turkey. They will be doing their best to hold out here. I think they should be okay, to be honest. I think they are quite strong. Another front over here between British Raj and Xinjiang. I think Raj will have the advantage. However, obviously I put Xinjiang in such a strong position with my tier 1 highest level strats that I implemented when I played as them very early in the campaign. But we'll see how this goes. It's probably going to be very one-sided. If British Raj weren't so paranoid about Iran and Afghanistan, this would probably be over by now. Okay, so it looks like East Germany is already struggling, and it looks like Italy is making some progress into the Balkan region as well. West Germany's not struggling. I think they're doing pretty well. Obviously, it's mainly France, I think. I don't think West Germany even had any divisions, but they are pushing in now. Everyone's joining still. The wars haven't merged yet. I love how Hungary just sat in the middle of all of this. Pretty sure almost everyone's been called in now, so this might actually be a better map mode to show off exactly what's going on. I was just thinking, but yeah, look at it, just Hungary in the Axis for some reason. They've got Austria and the Swiss. Portugal just sticking out of this. Bulgaria is avoiding things. Montenegro, Macedonia. They're going to avoid it for now. We'll see how long that lasts for them. So I wonder if the democratic China would join the Allies. It's very possible. I'm not going to go for one of these. That does not seem very ethical at all. Chemical Warfare Division. Also, what is this? Mexico? I think, did Mexico go communist before? I don't know, they're not now, so I mean, they went pretty... There's a British flag there, that seems... Although that is a boot stamping on it, so I don't really know. Oiled diplomacy, enforce Article 33, what is that? See, it doesn't ever tell you what any of this stuff is. I'm not to go for, but this gives us a lot of options, so let's go for that. Okay, so Turkey are making a bit of progress just over here. They've pushed a bit into the mountains. Slow progress. But I think the main front is starting to fall back a bit. The Allies starting to struggle, although I do see a naval invasion trying to get into what is the new Polish capital. They just keep calling in people down here in the Balkans, which is not going to give Italy a good time, but I think it's going to be more the Iberian Federation, if anything. It is, although they're over here, so, you know, Italy don't have a ton of divisions. The US are pouring in as well. See, they're going to take time, and they're also going to be pretty focused on Japan. I wonder if the US took Japan again, we'd probably see them then maybe land an invasion from the east of Stalin and the Soviet Union. That would be very interesting. Slovenia is the first nation, I think, to capitulate. Actually, no. The nation that triggered all of this was the first to capitulate. Down here. Who was it? What were they called? I forgot what they were called. I think it was Communist Guatemala. They were the only Comintern nation in the whole New World. And yeah, they died pretty quickly. But yeah, Slovenia, I think they only had like a state or two over here. And Italy took them out. So, on to Croatia next. I don't even know if this... Yeah, it's not really Italy. It's France and the Iberian Federation. Which is a really cool name. Although it is just Spain. Because Portugal got released again. Although they were, I think, they're a little bit smaller than regular Portugal, which I guess makes up for it a tiny bit. Okay, the war's merged into one, which is good news. And look at the losses already. The Allies losing over twice as much as the Comintern. Not necessarily an issue when they have over 2.5 times the manpower. Let's just have a look at who needs to be capitulated on both sides. So for the Communists to win, they will need to capitulate the UK, France, and I imagine the USA. Yep, the USA and the Iberian Federation and Italy. Oh. Okay, there you go. And West Germany. Wow. And for the Comintern and friends, because not all of them are in the Comintern. Japan isn't. To capitulate, they will need to get rid of the Soviet Union. And nobody else. But I mean, that's fair enough, right? That's what you expected. I think what we all expected. I think the Soviets are probably the strongest individual nation. I can't see their head-to-head with the US here, but I'm pretty sure individually they're a little stronger. I mean, they didn't really do much in World War II compared to the US. They just sort of came in at the end and won it and sped it up. But the US, 193 divisions. Stalin could have anywhere around that amount. Factory-wise, America definitely wins. America's had not really any losses so far, which makes things interesting. It's like the Iberian Federation and France have taken the most losses so far. British Raj as well. Turkey taken 10k, and Stalin's taken most of the losses for his team. I haven't really been looking at what's going on behind, but it's still all stalematey. The Balkans will probably end up looking pretty gross, but France are continuing to push in. Romania are holding strong here from almost all sides. They're pretty much with everyone. They need to wait for France to get to them, or Turkey or somebody to come help them out a little bit. They're not in a good spot. But yeah, obviously, there's allies here. Greece are in the allies as well. They've had a tough start, but they seem to have recovered a bit. Obviously, Albania's change of teams didn't help them. And yeah, Turkey look pretty strong now. Pretty well set up behind these mountains. The UK have got divisions here, as of the US. But the main battlefield is here between the main sort of Soviet army, by the look of it, and the French and others all dotted in there in Western Germany. It's impressive that France has rebuilt. France look really strong, and they haven't had like their independence back for that long. Since the World War II. I can't find them now. Did I miss them? They were right at the top. Yeah, they have 146 divisions. That's incredible. They had about 6 earlier. They probably had more than 6, but still, they had quite a few in Africa, didn't they? But still, to get to 146 is still really impressive. So I just noticed Mozambique's here. I don't know when they got their independence. I think I did comment on it. Maybe I didn't. But either way, that's pretty cool. They are independent now. They're the only African nation not in the Allies. I don't see why they wouldn't join. I mean, or why they'd need to join. Either way, I don't think they'll join the other faction, so it doesn't really matter. Also, I just had a nice thought. All our wars could merge into one if Mao was to join the Comintern. And that would be interesting then. US doing pretty well over here in Japan. Again, I think this time the Chinese communists declared war on China again. Never mind, it's back. Did that merge straight away? No, not quite, but it is about to, as soon as Tibet is called in again. All of that hard work, and they just gave them like a couple of months stop game. No. There's just like so many notifications right now. One thing Mexico distinctly oh my goodness, there was a big revolt from the communists. That does not help Mao. I think this is actually a civil war within the Republic of China, and they just happened to join Mao straight away. I don't know how it exactly works. But I mean, once again, the Republic of China is pretty strong. And if this war all merged together, that would be interesting. Croatia looks like they're about to be capitulated. Let's get over there. Yes, there's not much of this pink colour left. And also Bosnia and Herzegovina up next on the chopping block. Problem is they've now got to deal with Soviet forces coming through from Czechoslovakia, which makes things a little tougher. Oh, but East Germany, there's been naval invasions from the Danish Civil Union, which, by the way, betrayed the Comintern by joining the Allies. And obviously got France here, and now England has made a landing in Poland too. If they can get behind, if they can get enough troops behind this Soviet line, that could be really bad for Stalin. He needs kind of everything to go perfectly if he wants to win. And with Turkey making more and more ground out here, pretty much unopposed. There's a few divisions here, but everywhere else is pretty unopposed. The UK and Turkey could really start to take some ground here. Where is it? There is Stalingrad. I bet, is that worth a lot? 30 victory points right there. That would be a big one to take. But it does seem like the Allies are struggling here from Mexico's point of view. Oh, there we go. I spoke it into existence. The UK hopped across the Black Sea. It's going to make things a little bit more difficult. I'm actually trying to land a naval invasion here into Crimea. That will make things even more weird. Yeah, Turkey is definitely making progress here. And even, I think Romania have made losses here, but they've definitely grown into the Balkan region, so that's a bit of a mess for them. They just need to hold out until they get like a border with someone they are allied to. And that will probably be Italy coming through this way. Just clear up the Balkans, and then you can turn east again. There's not too much Comintern left here. The problem is this little bit here. But then again, that should hopefully be relieved by this. We'll see how things go for the Allies. Oh, Albania has capitulated. Sorry, Albania. I'm not even looking at the war, to be honest. I was just trying to go through some facts on the war screen when that happened. Still pretty close. I think Greece capitulated them. I should probably just close this. There we go. Yeah, Greece took them out. But it's still, yeah. Like I said, they want to get rid of this as quickly as possible with the help of Romania in the Balkans. Then they can focus on this bit here and go east. And it'll be a lot easier then to watch. Oh, there is a lot more naval invasions from Britain, with Romania also just pushing as well. Definitely making more progress. Isn't looking good for Stalin. The UK are doing a lot, and yet they only had 4% war participation. France had 41%. That's what I was looking at the time. Iberian Federation at 12. Romania 6. The US is only at 5, so they've not even got going yet. Italy have contributed 5 with their 6 divisions, so that shows you how little the US has tried so far. Brazil have 57 divisions. They've not done anything yet at all. Indonesia could throw some help in. Greece has only done 2%, and they've been doing a lot of stuff down here. They were being invaded a minute ago, but they've recovered. Colombia have 67 divisions to throw at it if they want to. So yeah, there's plenty of people who aren't even in it yet. So it's not like a dire situation. Turkey putting in work. I think that's the second highest on the... Okay, the UK is now at 8%. That's impressive. Jeez, they've lost a... No, they haven't. They had about that many divisions at the start. And they're all in Turkey for some reason. And they all are now. Over on this side, Stalin putting in 51%, 11% for the Czechs. 15% there for Poland. And yeah, Albania did 11, but they're not here anymore. Look at the losses, it's 2-1, but the problem is the manpower is like 3-1. I don't really know exactly what number the Soviets is. It could be 4-1, and it's not quite 3-1 because the Allies have 10, not 9, so it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, heavily favours the Allies even at a 2-1. Like they can cope with that. It's strangely enough the democracies that have the manpower to burn. Look at this though, Northern Europe. France are here now in numbers. They're wrapping around the back. Luckily, I think that's Bosnia sent their divisions to bail them out. It's somebody to bail them out. That's going to help. But yeah, Turkey is definitely making progress. And that's the more progress made in different places. Oh, and now Raj is making progress. And I'll see, Japan is yet to fall. I don't know if the US is that bothered though. Japan's divisions, I don't even think they're in Japan, to be honest. But that's going to be it for this episode. The world's gone crazy. Pretty good job I've switched to the highlights because the game's going really slowly now. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep going for as long as possible. I mean, oh, there you go. Yugoslavia's capitulated. But this is the biggest war I've ever had in my game. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below if you're enjoying the series. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.